So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's dobetter_fitness, and that's for my work one, and our car one is watch_German_cars. Okay, please enjoy the video. So after I drove the GLC63, everyone was saying I shouldn't compare that to the SQ8 because obviously it's smaller. I was looking for a little smaller, but yeah, it didn't have enough space for us. So I am actually going to do what everyone said. I am going to compare it to the GLE63. So here's a few shots of that. I'm going to compare it to the SQ8. I will also mention that the SQ8, at least in England, can come in a TDI. It's a 4-liter, and it can also come in the petrol 4-liter. That's what it is in most of the rest of the world. So I will be comparing both to this Mercedes that comes with the huge AMG motor, which I love so much. So as for controls, I prefer the Mercedes, honestly. I'm a Mercedes guy. It's easy, it's intuitive to me. I also like the actual buttons on the SQ8. Unfortunately, everything's touchscreen. I like that more analog, just feel of stuff. But it's the way of the future. So you might like this, you might like that way. You know, there's something for everybody. But this is still in the Mercedes favor for me. Especially with the SQ8, the drive select is this little touchscreen button, and it's very hard to do it yourself. One thing I really like about the Mercedes is it's got heated and cooled cup holders for the center console. The cup holders in the center console are big enough to hold bigger bottles. The door cards though in the Mercedes are quite small and they don't hold our bottles, which is a little letdown considering it's still a pretty big SUV. Ride quality is on par with the SQ8. I was expecting the Mercedes to be a little rougher because I'm used to the C63 and the E63 and stuff like that, and they do ride a little rough. The Mercedes is also on par with the Audi with its interior lighting systems. You can change the colors with the ambient lighting, so that's awesome. So far, if this review goes as good as it's going, I'm probably just going to swap for this car, but wait till the end to see. So I did rent this car. I rented 2 of them, so I could have it for a month and I can actually really try it out. Freeway or motorway, what you guys want to call it, it's fine. It's got good lights on this thing. It is the LEDs, the Mercedes smart light system. And a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I not comparing a 2020 or newer? Like the 2021s are the new shape, and that's honestly just because of the price. What I can sell my SQ8 for and what I can get a GLE63s, I can get a 2018, 2019 for around the same kind of price. The new ones are going to be well over £90,000. For how big it is and how many maneuvers you have to do when you're driving in these small streets in England, it's really easy to drive this GLE. So that is a huge plus for it. The SQ8 is pretty easy to drive too. I'm used to these big cars. But the Mercedes is slightly easier when you're having to try to squeeze into these tiny little streets.
So this is the center of the car. It's not too busy. It's very spacious in here. 2 USB ports.
Prepare to keep right.
Cup holders are pretty good. 2 different sizes. If it's not in use, you can use this, which goes all the way.
Please keep right in 800 yards onto the M1
The
towards
fixtures
the
and
north.
fittings, they're okay, but they do feel a little bit cheap if you can hear that. But generally they look okay. That's the size of the screen I was talking about. Easy to see. But
Now,
I think it would be
keep
better to
right.
be a bit bigger. This is the heated seats. As I said, it has 3 different stages. It's on the last one, off, full. But it does get really warm quite quick. One thing I noticed was in the door, the space. Can fit most things, but if you've got a larger water bottle like this, it doesn't actually fit. So for your generic ones, normal water bottle will fit. Sloshes around a bit though, so it's probably best to stay
Here's my average fuel economy from the start of my drive. It is a little snowing, so the cars are kind of covered. The thing's doing pretty good. I got it in the slippery mode. It's doing really good actually in the snow, and I've also got it lifted. I just like the feel of that. It reminds me of my old Jeep. So as you know, I love my pod lights. All of these cars have the pod lights. Trunk space, the GLE is pretty massive. It's a lot higher than the SQ8. It's slightly deeper than the SQ8, but it is not as wide as the SQ8. The two pushchairs side by side don't fit the same in this as they do in the SQ8. So you have to stack them on top of each other, which is fine because the trunk is so high. It's got a quick close button at the top. Here's the make it break it one. The kids' chairs do not fit in the GLE, unfortunately. So this is not even in a comfortable position for my wife, and unfortunately it's scraping. And on the driver's side, I cannot actually drive the GLE with the second seat in its place. It's just too tight for me because I'm pretty tall. In the SQ8, it just fits me. So unfortunately, no GLE for me. I'll have to keep looking, or I will just keep the SQ8 and just buy something else as either a fun car or maybe like a car that we can use when we go to places where the SQ8 just doesn't fit. Thanks for watching another video, guys, and if you two have a question, I will honestly try and make you a video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next Wednesday for another video. And I am working on the video that's been requested so many times, comparing the e-tron SUV, the electric one, to this SQ8.